Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am sitting in the grocery pickup area at Walmart. I was not expecting to pick up groceries today, but I was craving some good ground beef. I thought I should order some and then I can go get it tomorrow or whatever. But they had an opening for this afternoon. So I said, wow, that's what I'm having tonight for dinner. And it's the Angus beef, and I've never purchased that. But now that I'm not going to my meat market anymore because the man handled my ham, I have to start buying some stuff here. I feel like they, can't go wrong with ground beef. It's 100% ground beef. The people in the zeroing in on health group that I belong to, carnivore group, they a lot of them were talking about the patties made with this, but it says 100% beef and natural flavors. I don't like the natural flavors part. I want just the beef, 100% beef. He's here already? Hang on. The lighting is weird. And in case you don't know, it's pouring rain. You don't know how much I love this. I love it. I wish there was thunder and lightning. I would sit here all night. I was saying, and did I say I moved? I moved because I don't want to look weird hanging out in the pickup area. I just wanted some ground beef, and I haven't tried it yet here, so I'm excited to try it. And oh yeah, I think I was saying I opted to not take the patties because I don't want any flavors or anything added. So I just took the ground beef, Angus beef. It's under $5 a pound, so that's not bad because I can't get good steaks for that too often unless they're on sale. And I'm just getting tired of those boxed frozen hamburger patties that I've been buying, so we'll see if this works. And I also picked up some, just the store packaged deli ham. Again, I'm not going to my little store that has ham on sale on Mondays, and it's Monday. Just, I just can't get the image out of my head of, somebody touching my meat. Although I know everything that I'm buying has been touched, probably sneezed on, whatever. But I didn't see it, so, seeing it was just weird for me. Here's what I did today. Not a whole hell of a lot. I've been busy all day, but it's stuff that took time. I put some more things on my sale. I think that everything that I had pre-cut, when I sell fabric, I'll pre-cut a lot of strips, various sizes, 2-inch strips, full width of the fabric, 3.5, 5, 6.5, 8. And then when I am in the mood, I cut those strips into squares. So I have squares of those various sizes. And I don't have time to do all that cutting right now. So I've been selling the strips, and I think this is the very last of the strips that I have, unless I were to uncover some, but I have a specific place for those. So I do believe all my pre-cut things are going to be sold. And I'm glad that I thought of doing just selling the strips, because that's really cool for strip quilts. So I think I will continue doing that. If there's times where I have fabric and I don't feel like cutting squares, I can just cut the strips. But I like to cut squares too. I just think it's so pretty, little packs of squares. I did that. That took quite a while. And then I took a box that was under my husband's bed downstairs to look at, and it's filled with things like letters and other things, all the way back from maybe like age 9 through my teens, some stuff in my 20s. I took the original selfie. I had 2 pictures of me in my bedroom with my 35mm camera. It's funny to see that now. And, I took full-length pictures of me. I'll have to put those in Derek's group. Oh, thank you For everybody who joined the group after my last video, I think he got over 200 new members. And I put a picture of my parents today, 40th anniversary. We're just having fun in Derek's group. I put stuff, I turn notifications off, and I very seldom revisit. Once in a while I will, but like I said, it's not my group, it's not my headache, and it's really nice to have that little bit of an outlet, but yet I know Derek has my back, so it's very, very cool for somebody like me to have that opportunity to have a son with a cool group that I can belong to and act, like some people want me to act. Anyway, what was I at? Oh yeah, so I was going through the boxes, and that's very time consuming because I'm curious. But then, like, when I get to the letters, I don't want to read that. I have no idea what they say. Well, letters sent to me, obviously. Certain boyfriends, Derek's father, things like that. I don't want to read that stuff right now. So that has to come with me because I don't want to throw them away. And then, oh yeah, the selfie. So I'll have to post that full length in the mirror. Can you imagine a selfie like that? I had to take the picture and then wait for it to be developed, and then hope that it came out okay. I was probably in my very early 20s. I remember the pants that I have on. I can remember things like clothes, where I bought them, what age I was when I was wearing those things. And then I found a newspaper clipping. David Cassidy was going to be in Bangor concert, and the tickets were $4 and $5, and I cut that, and I know I was 12 is what I remember, and to me that was impossible. It was impossible to go to a concert. And and it's funny, I don't know why I think that, because my father knew how to get anywhere. I mean, Bangor would have been nothing to him. If I would have said, Dad, can we go to Bangor? I don't know if it's because I was afraid that they wouldn't have $4 or that I wouldn't have anybody to go with. I certainly would not have wanted to go to the concert with my parents. But my father would have totally driven me to Bangor if I would have had a friend or something. But, I wasn't worldly. I didn't know how to go about doing things. But I kept that clipping always. And I remember being sick to my stomach that he was going to be in Maine and I couldn't see him. And then I found, this is weird, birthday invitation. I don't remember ever getting the invitation for that birthday, but I have always remembered this birthday party that I went to. I'm not going to say her name. She's not in Sanford anymore. But I went to her birthday party. I was 12. She must have been turning 13. And this was a friend that was very different. The family was very different than the family I was living in. And I do realize now that her mother had a drinking problem. There's no doubt in my mind now, looking back. But then I didn't really realize that. But like that friend, I thought she was so cool, the way she talked and the way she acted, and it was just, I just idolized. I was big on idolizing people because I felt like anybody was better than me, anybody, and that if they liked me at all, I needed to cling to these people because I grew up believing nobody would ever be my friend. Like one time I went over her house and she's like, let's throw some eggs out at the trees. And I'm like, what? And she's like, let's throw some eggs. And she just takes a dozen eggs out of the refrigerator and we go out on this little deck that they had and we just threw that whole dozen eggs at trees. And all I could think of is I could never do this in my house. I would be wasting eggs. So I don't know if she ever would get in trouble for things like that, but she certainly didn't seem to care. So it was just very bizarre, and I liked going to her house. But I knew there was something odd. Anyway, so the birthday invitation, I meant to bring it. It's like for adults. It's a mixed drink. It's like time to party or something like that. And you can tell it's a mixed drink. And there's like this dude that looks wasted on the front of the invitation. And And then inside it just said the date, time, and, you know, her address and stuff. And when I went to that party, it was boys and girls. That was kind of different for me too. And for the most part, we were unsupervised. We played spin the bottle. I mean, that was one hell of a party. But then the mother was taking boys one at a time into the closet. And I thought, what the hell are they doing in there? Now, I was 12, but I wasn't completely stupid. I mean, I knew something was going on in there that didn't need to be going on. And then at one point in that party, I know the boy. I don't know if he would remember this. Sometimes I wish I could talk to the people that I was around or whatever when I remember weird things. And do you remember that? To me, it would be bizarre if that boy didn't remember this. She laid this boy down in the living room and laid right on him, like all on top of him, and made out with him in front of all of us. Now, do you think I would have ever gone home and told my parents that I saw something like that? No, I would have never been allowed over there again. Oh, who knows? My mother would have probably been very mad that I saw something like that. But then on the other hand, my mother could flip like a switch and just say, yes, go over there. You can go over there. You know what I mean? Because my mother wasn't out to protect me ever. I was not protected. I was left to be on my own for the most part. So, and my father was always working 2 jobs all his life, and when he was home, he was sleeping. And on the weekends, we did things if he didn't go on the ocean, but I didn't talk to my father about things. I don't know. So that was just bizarre. Now, today, we would know that that's not cool. And, you know, I'm not saying the mother was a pedophile. I am saying that absolutely she must have been drunk, but I was drunk many, many, many times. And and Derek had a lot of parties. Never would I have ever done something like that. Some people do act completely different if they're drinking, and if they're sober, I don't know, does that mean that woman would have tendencies to want to do that, or is it just all booze? I mean, to me, no matter how drunk I was, I don't think I did things that I wouldn't have normally done. I might have been more exaggerated in the way I was doing things. I don't know. I just don't think that my personality changed all that much, and I'm pretty sure it didn't, because I'm telling you, people say that they never realized I was drinking the way I was. All right, I don't know. See, this is the stuff that I see today brings all this up in my head, and it causes me great turmoil to know that I was at a party with a woman who was doing that shit, and it's not funny, but all right, I had a weird teacher too, a weird female teacher. So there was weird shit, and that was also when I was either 12 or 13. It was absolutely when I was in junior high, because I remember the room she took us to show us pictures of naked men. 2 other girls with me. Again, I'd love to talk to them and say, you remember that? Yeah, talk to us about sex and all kinds of stuff. That probably wasn't allowed. And she even had a day trip or something to her camp at the beach. And we were drinking. We were drinking there, a whole bunch of people, kids. We weren't driven there by bus, but it seems like we were in a vehicle together. I don't remember that. I don't remember how I got there. I know it wasn't like my parents, they didn't bring me. It was like we had a bus or something. We went to her beach house. I just remember sitting, drinking. Again, 12 or 13. She was teaching at the junior high school, which most people call middle school. That was 7th and 8th grade was junior high. All right, I guess I've talked enough now. And I guess I'm going to go home, I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to work on packages tonight. I already started. I'm going to cook my ground beef and fill up my tum-tum with that. And hopefully it will rain some more. Seems to have almost stopped now. Okay, I'm going on and on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my lovely discussion of my childhood. Bye!